work off that dashboard and list that up. If you're looking at, like, say, your drawing board or a giant blank piece of paper that was bigger than what you need to draw on, like say if I was the picture in the middle here, you would off on one side, you have the list of the things this picture has to be, the list of, it's a duck with a hat that's doing this or whatever, you get your list of this character needs to be this or that. You've got the list up above, your standards and your marks, that you kind of always keep across the top of the dashboard. And that's so you can constantly visually check in, be like, okay, is the color pattern right? Is the tone pattern right? Is the, does it read well from the distance I need? Is the scale too large or too small? Whatever it is that you need to constantly remind yourself of, because we all have those things. We do a picture and we kind of get in our sweet spot and we go all the way through it. And we look back at it and go, oh, that's really cool, but I should have made it bigger. So you put the things you need to kind of constantly remind yourself of up there, and you kind of work off of that.
And you're doing that in mostly with text, with bullet points, or with little illustrations and thumbnails?
I actually have it even just like this, like little Post-its and other stuff on my drawing board, because I do tend to do a lot of, just actual analog, real physical drawing. And I try not to put too many up there so it doesn't get overwhelming. But there's usually, 5, maybe 10 tops. And so that way at every stage through, I check my work. I make corrections.
So likely some of these requirements or some of the notes on your dashboard came from the client's request or the client's requirements, and some of them are based on what the client has told you.
The list on the side is just that. That's for that in particular, that job in particular, and that's what it needs to be. It's requirements. So that would be what the client brings to you, or you decided I'm going to make this character and it needs to have this, 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 and this. And that's over here, so I can make sure that I'm getting everything as I do different drawings or thumbnails. But the ones across the top are the ones that are more my personal choices, my personal aesthetic. That's why they can be different for everybody and they can constantly change. Basically, the next day when I get back to it, that's when I again go to the top of the dashboard, whatever I have hanging above my drawing area there, and I say, okay, is it hitting this? Is it doing that right? Is it doing that right? Also check my list. Did we forget anything? Can we get rid of something even to make it simpler? That kind of thing.